We've gathered a team of Australia's design industry leaders at M&C Saatchi in Sydney in the Tricky Jigsaw Labs to judge the top design innovations in Australia for the year.
In this room is a really interesting mix of people. I think they each bring their own level of expertise to assess the incredibly complex range of projects that are submitted to the program.
Edward Curry of Form Designs appreciated the environmentally responsible aspect of our first innovation.
They've developed something that can be recycled. They've used a polymer that is reusable so that when you're done with it being a boat, you can turn it into something else.
Who would have thought a salmon farm in southern Tasmania could be the inspiration behind a game-changing idea that's going to help put Australian design on the world stage? Sometimes innovation is right under our nose, and if we don't pick up on it, it's going to float right past us. Pun intended. So the materials that are sitting out there, you thought, you know, light bulb moment, let's turn that into a boat.
Absolutely. The German-engineered polymer is what those sea cages are made out of, and that's the exact material that our aqua trucks are made out of as well.
It's hard to believe we're standing on this boat. It's got a few dings and scratches on it, but it's 20 years old.
Look, it's been used 15 hours a day, 7 days a week. This could be a 40 or a 50-year product. And at the end of that life, the boat's fully recyclable. We can grind these things down into raw powder and turn it into another boat.
The German-engineered polymer arrives on site in a flat pack. From that, we'll cut the material over on our router. It's 16 weeks from the arrival of the material to the vessel being ready to go out on trials. We've built this boat to AMSA rules and regulations, and one of those tests is a swamp test, for the first of class. And for that test, we take the bungs out of the hull, we fill that with water, and then we have to fill it to 200 millimetres above the deck. Open the scuppers, and the vessel's got to come back up within 3 minutes. We did that so easily, we decided to actually fill the boat right up. So we filled it up to the water actually overflowed the gunnels. We opened the scuppers and it just went pop straight back up.
So we're not going to do that today, right?
We're not going to do that today, no need to panic.
G'day fellas, how you going?
Good, how are you?
So this is the Sentinel 5, is one of the early versions of the aqua truck. How do you guys find it?
Unstoppable for what we use it for.
And how many years has this one been on the water for?
This has been in our commission for 18 years.
Well, and it still looks as good as new.
Obviously, we look after them, but yeah, we just can't kill them.
Most products nowadays don't last more than 5 years, let alone 20 plus years. The aqua truck gets my vote.
Form Designs worked on our next product, so Edward sits out of the discussion. It's a clever adaptation of a technology that's been available for years, which impressed Peter Friedman of Rode Microphones.
Large companies run inventory systems, so you know exactly what you've got. You don't run out. When you pick, you barcode in, barcode out, you're on top of it. But that's never been available for home.
Don't you hate it when you've been working all day, you duck into the supermarket to pick up a few things, then you get home and the kids tell you you're out of milk and toothpaste? Stocked solves this modern-day dilemma. So, Kobe, this is sounding like a great solution for modern life, but I have to say I'm concerned it might be a little techie for me.
Yeah, no, I'm not a very technical person at all. It is really as simple as scanning your items in. That is the brains of the operation. Once the setup is done, all you're going to have to do is make sure everybody scan the items out when they've used it, and you know it's going to be added to the shopping list immediately to be replaced. You can put multiple units in your house, wherever you need it, so the whole family can help towards solving the problem. So the main brain is at home and it sends the information to my mobile phone. The system allows me to have multiple shopping lists, and I can even do my shopping online for my grandma.
Didn't you say your grandma's in South Africa?
Yeah, that's right, but I have information available on my phone of which items she needs. I can do shopping on her behalf and have the items delivered.
So this means that I can actually shop for my teenage son. He's away at university and he won't starve anymore.
That's right.
So let's get all this put away.
Right, and it's as simple as just scanning your items back in.
And you have one on the back of the pantry. So I just scan in front? So it's just the same as putting my normal groceries away?
Exactly. Oh, and this is the toothpaste drying scanned out.
So we need to do this one upstairs?
No, not necessary at all. You can scan it right here and the information is sent to the main brain.
Easy.
When Kobe and Dave came and saw us, we had a look at what their proposition was and realised it needed to be different. Using a mobile phone and using other devices, you would have to get into the app, switch the phone on, get into the app, run through the process, then scan. What this is, it's seamless, it's quick, and that's why stock is so different and so special.
Being a retailer, I'm well aware of how important it is to know what you have in stock. Bringing this concept into the home frees you up for the better things in life.
Partnering with the Good Design Awards, our team of design industry leaders are judging Australia's top design innovations for the year.
There's the most amazing people in the room with such diverse backgrounds, and I've really enjoyed the design debate with a different approach all the time. So we all have a different angle to come at things, and it's really fantastic to see, though, how that in the end, great design is still appreciated as great design no matter which way you look at it.
Braun is a razor company. I mean, we're talking something special. They were the first in the world in the 50s to make a dry shaver, electric shaver, and these modern ones with the computerisation and their testing facilities, we're talking something really, really special. I mean, there is some science in this stuff.
If you've ever driven a BMW, you know you're driving quality. All that fabulous German engineering and technology filters down through the entire range. Another iconic German brand, Braun, has recently released the Braun Series 9. By all accounts, another masterful example of German engineering. And I've got an appointment with one of their lead designers. Okay, let's park. Oh my God, this is incredible. And look at this, a perfect park.
Hello, Terry.
Hi, I'm here to meet Ben. Are you Ben?
Ben Wilson, yes, calling from Germany.
So Ben, you're involved in the development of the Series 9 shaver.
Yes, actually you're about to be handed one over your right shoulder in a moment.
Oh.
And this is our latest top-of-the-line shaver tested for real-life situations. People use these in bathroom environments. It's quite a hard environment. There's lots of water. And if you look to your right-hand side, Terry, you'll see a bucket on the floor. And feel free to turn the shaver on, drop it in, and see how it goes.
Here we go, shall we? And it's still going.
Good. Pick it up, it'll still work.
That is pretty fantastic.
It's developed and designed for real men's needs today. I mean, a lot of more men have got more beards, and these two middle trimmers, they're two different types of long hair cutters, and that really helps ensure that we get through those longer hairs. And I've invited Lara from Mankind down in South Yarra, and she's brought with her Jonathan, one of her models.
Oh, welcome.
And we're going to be demonstrating the performance of our Series 9 shaver on a 3-day, real-time, real-life situation. Each and every one of those cutting elements is touching the skin and trimming the longer hair as short as possible so that the foil can then do the final finishing work and achieve a smooth finish.
That's a fabulous result. Do you mind? That's fantastic. Jonathan, you look like a new man. How does that feel?
Very smooth, very clean. Closest shave I've had in a long, long time.
Sometimes Slow and Steady really does win the race. Here we see design and innovation keeping a brand at the very top of its game.
Planet Innovations' Sam Lanyon has a lot of experience with medical technology design and applauded this next innovation.
Sleep apnea is a very difficult disease to live with. And what the Air Mini does is it makes it much more convenient and much easier to use, and it reduces that stigma associated with that chronic disease. It's a great design.
Sleep apnea stops a person from breathing, waking them maybe 50 times a night. But besides robbing them of sleep, it can also be a factor in diabetes, stroke and heart disease.
There's hundreds of millions of people around the world that actually have sleep apnea. And now I think over 95% of our sales are outside of Australia.
You make it here?
That's right, yeah. So designed in the design centre, the innovation centre just there, and then made in manufacturing is actually both of these products, the AirSense and the Air Mini product.
How do you treat sleep apnea?
30 years ago, the answer looked something like that clunker.
Oh, God, I wouldn't take that anyway.
It's big, it's ugly, it's really heavy. Since then, we've been working on how we make that thing much more acceptable, much more reasonable to put next to your bedside. It pressurises the air. That goes on your face, like so, and you'll feel the air pressure coming down the tube, and can you feel that pushing into your airways?
Yeah,
and what that's doing is that's stenting open your airway. So you wear that while you're asleep, and your airway stays open all through the night.
So, Justin, one of the things I've learnt is that we need to humidify the air. So where's all the water gone in this smaller unit?
What we've done, Tim, is developed a proprietary heat moisture exchanger that fits in this component here.
That fits into there?
Yes. So what that's done is enable not only the breakthrough in humidification, but you can see we've even taken the device itself further.
So this is the Air Mini?
That's right.
You've been able to fit all of that into a tiny package.
You don't need to worry about it imposing your life.
Welcome to the era of connected health that's making it easier for us to look after ourselves, either at home or on the move. Our team of design industry leaders are judging the best design innovations in Australia for the year. Leading the judging is Terry Winter from Top 3 ByDesign and Dr. Brandon Guillen from the Good Design Awards.
We're looking at good design in its broadest sense. Does it work? Does it perform the function that it's meant to? And then above that, is it innovative? At the end of the day, it's not just another idea that's going to add to landfill. It's actually going to make a really meaningful difference to our lives as human beings on this planet.
So who would have thought you could actually innovate in oyster farming? And Hexel from South Australia has truly done that with this solution. What they've done is they've thought about the whole system design, all the way from farming to processing and packaging.
Oyster farming's a tough game. In a harsh marine environment, the gear really needs to be up to the task.
It's an industry that's really tough on the gear, particularly the oyster baskets. We found ourselves spending more time fixing, repairing and maintaining the gear than we actually did farming oysters.
There's extremes of temperature, corrosive salt and also the wave action damage on the equipment. We ended up with this oyster basket.
So it's made from plastic?
Not just any plastic, this is a high-performance polymer.
So it's lightweight, anti-corrosive and strong.
Another thing we had to think about was the efficiency of packaging.
Because I guess otherwise one big risk with a product is that you're shipping air all over the world.
Well, how many do you think we can fit inside a box?
I would say around 3 of these in there.
Well, there's 15 complete basket assemblies in here, which is 5 times as many as shipping them like this.
This product has covered all of the bases. It's got all of the features that we need as oyster farmers to hang the baskets across the lines. It's got easy access from both ends. It's strong enough and robust enough to carry up to 10 kilos of product in it.
And Ian was saying that this is a really tough material.
Oh, extremely tough. I'll show you. You watch.
Oh, come on, give me a go. Can I get in there?
Absolutely,
so
go
I
your
can
hardest.
jump on this and it's going to be fine.
You can jump, go your hardest. Look.
That's really living up to it.
There you go. And then all you got to do is massage it a little bit back into shape.
Look at
and
that.
there you have it.
Look at that. Back to a brand new one. Throwawayism. It's a thing, and I'm really against it. What I love about this project is the long-term thinking to create a product that's completely fit for purpose from beginning to end.
These guys have taken an inefficient technology and made it efficient. It directs the heat and it works much better than the traditional system. It's saving gas at the same time.
These mushroom-shaped heaters, they're really not that effective. And I bet if I spoke to the guy running this place, he'd tell me how expensive they are to run. This next innovation challenges the efficiency of what we've come to accept as the norm.
These heaters are about 30% more efficient than your traditional mushroom heater. This is how we test the units. See the black balls there? They measure radiant heat output.
Feeling a little bit more like a makeup melting test to me standing here. It's very warm.
I better turn it down now. Normally, that would be about the distance that you would be with a mushroom heater, but with these, you do need to turn them down.
And do I need to be standing right in front of it
No.
to get that heat?
I'd say to move across because they do have a wide spread of heat. The data from the black balls is logged to create a radiant footprint, with red being the hottest, down to, at 4 metres, a cooler temperature.
So that's the distance in front of the heater?
No, I mean 4 metres by 4 metres.
Oh, so you've solved the age-old dinner party problem of one person getting all the heat and the rest of the dinner party freezing.
Yeah, look, absolutely. That's why we designed the heater in the first place. This is a typical outdoor heater situation.
Oh, she's really pumping out some heat.
It is. Rather than heat the wall behind, we're heating the table and the people around the table. And today's pretty cool, breezy Melbourne afternoon. And it's still pretty comfortable here. We designed it really to be more stable and safe than existing heaters, but it's turned out pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it.
I have always said that my wine evaporates more quickly than everybody else's. Now with this heater, I've got an excuse.
Cheers.
Our select group of design industry leaders are judging the best design innovations in Australia for the year. Ben Cooper of Tricky Jigsaw had his imagination captured by this next innovation using AI.
Artificial intelligence has us all in a spin. It's going to take our jobs, so it's going to make us superhuman. I'm in the superhuman camp. I think this is a really exciting space where, as designers, we can push our designs to the absolute nth degree without understanding all of the limits of the materials, because the AI can do that for us.
Artificial intelligence. We're already using it. For those of us with an iPhone, we know and love Siri, which is a general knowledge base, a jack of all trades. Have you ever asked Siri to beatbox? The next level of AI truly is next level.
Andrew and I, we're both medical doctors. We love technology, so we decided to make connected medical devices, a Bluetooth non-contact thermometer and a digital stethoscope.
So this device will listen to your heartbeat or your lungs, for instance. It will then store that information and sends it directly to your doctor.
We spoke to a couple of our elderly users and heard from their feedback. We decided to try putting in a voice module. Why stop at healthcare when we can put into anything and everything?
Well, this coffee machine has AI built in.
Why do I want AI in my coffee machine?
Hello, what can I do for you?
Latte with extra milk?
One latte with more milk coming up.
So it's not just about making coffee, it's the entire experience. For example, I drink my coffee in the mornings and I like to catch up on the news. Read me the headlines.
GOP proposes deep tax cuts, provides few details on how to pay for them.
It's like I'm on the Starship Enterprise.
Your weight is 83.4 kilograms. Would you like me to save this to your record?
Yes.
Okay, done. Is there anything else you'd like me to do?
What was my last weight?
Your last weight was 81.3 kilograms. You have gained 2.1 kilograms. Is there anything else you'd like me to do?
Reminding me to go to the gym tomorrow.
Okay, I have set a reminder for you to go to the gym tomorrow.
Hon, I'm wondering where all this is going. I'm starting to think the Matrix or Terminator here.
We choose what devices we want to put AI into. So as long as it's not in a knife or in a gun, I think we're going to be okay here with AI.
The way forward for AI really is to become the master of a specific task, and then the sky's the limit. Hey Siri, can you beatbox?
Here's one I've been practicing: boots and caps and boots and caps and boots and caps and boots.
You know that when you turn up to a hotel room and it's like minus 10 degrees? So what that is someone's walked into your room, cranked it up, and basically made it shiver-worthy. This system, this dashboard, is management across those culprits. It stops the tampering, it controls the energy flow, and more importantly, is sort of beneficial for the environment.
Did you know Australians spend almost $1 billion a year on standby energy we don't even use? That's madness. And we pay some of the highest energy prices in the world. There is a better way.
So, Tim, half of all energy use in Australia is through heating and cooling of the home. Wow. And at the heart of that is the thermostat. So core to this is the ability for a user to easily change their settings on the thermostat. So we look at using industrial design across the look and the feel of the product. We also have the user interface design, all the way through to branding and marketing.
You create an easy relationship with your thermostat and you're more likely to use it and control it.
What we're looking at here is over 4 years of research and development. We have really early iterations of the product where we're printing things here at the office in a really crude manner to test the idea. It's a hard process that's really difficult, but I think in the end what we've achieved is a nice, very simple solution.
Commercial settings where it really comes into its own. There's cafes, restaurants, hotels, factories all across the country, and they all have air conditioning. But they're concentrating on serving customers, doing the things that make their businesses run.
So who's thinking of the aircon?
Well, that's exactly right. It's ZenHQ that comes around, and with simple schedules, air conditioning systems turn off at the end of the day, even though people are busy and might not always remember it.
So Ben, here's one for real.
Yeah, this is it. This is our Zen Thermostat testing wall, and it allows us to test the communication between the thermostat, the hub and the cloud. The beauty of the Zen Cloud is that we can scale. So we're talking hundreds of thousands of thermostats across the country. Can be run from one interface.
In design terms, making something look simple is always hardest. By rethinking the humble thermostat, Zen HQ have put their energy into saving our energy. So what we're looking for is which two go through to the final top 10. What the jury's doing is looking at the impact that these design innovations are making on our life, on some of the big problems that we're facing as a community. The judges have chosen from this episode ResMed's Air Mini and Hexel. Next episode, more design innovations as we head for the final countdown of the top 10 innovations in Australia for the year. For more information, go to australiabydesign.com.au.